Good morning, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. How are you? All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, now I can hear myself. Please, if you can hear me, please let me know you can hear me. I need someone to give me a feedback real quick. Real quick. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you can hear me properly, please let me know. All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of my show. Really thank God for your life. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, I think the audio is good. Um, Good. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. All right, we're ready to go this morning. Um, Yesterday, we were able to discuss a little bit. Even though so many people didn't believe or accept what I said, but it's still okay. People will get it gradually. It's gradually people will get it. I'm not saying that I'm always on point. Sometimes when I finish my show, my wife, my daughter will call me and then we debate and we talk about this old stuff over again. Um, so I'm learning myself. So I think you should be learning too. And I love it when people are willing to learn, willing to say their mind about topics and all kinds of stuff that we always discuss on this show. Now, I am actually the newest. Um, what do you call it? I am the newest advocate for women, and I did my certification and I passed. Now I am actually going to be representing women who are inside of abusive relationship as from this moment. So you'll be hearing me say stuff, not really in support of women alone, but you know, in support of happy relationship, happy home, and good relationship. And that's what I'm going to be doing right from this moment. Uh, Thank you. I took the exam, I passed it. I I drank I drank NSC before taking the exam. It man, I did morning. I was like A, C, D, and eventually I passed. Well, I'm just joking. I studied very hard for many years to get this stuff out of the way, and now I'm a licensed advocate right now, licensed advocate for women. Um, and I'm not just going to be representing women. I will always tell women, uh, things they need to do, things that they're doing wrongly, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So um, that's that. So you'll be seeing a new face, new things that I'll be doing starting from now. You know what I'm saying? So, and then my videos are going to be different. We just signed a contract with a big company, and they will be the one filming me. So you guys are going to be seeing very clean, clear productions and stuff. And I'll still be doing my regular videos like this, but we're going to be doing something bigger than this um, very soon. We're going to be starting. All right. So, but the brain behind that is to educate women, not to remain in abusive relationship, and as well to educate men not to remain in abusive relationship also, and to teach us how to actually manage our homes, manage our relationships, and make it a better one. I mean, better relationships, and for every one of us to be able to enjoy it and keep going. And secondly, I'm going to be on a radio station in Nigeria, but it's going to be a Yoruba show that I'm going to be doing for them. They call it Tokotaya. It's 94.9 FM. 94.9 FM. That's what it's gonna be. 94.9, and it's in Ibadan. So you guys can always tune in to enjoy the show also. So this morning we have before us a big topic. Why walk out of a marriage? Why walk out of a marriage? I know Nigerians don't like it. Nigerians don't like it. Anytime you talk about divorce, Nigerians will want to they want to they want to fight you. I understand that because majority of us in Nigeria will believe that marriage is for better for worse. Marriage is until death do you part, and which is the right mindset. Is the right mindset, but we need to put a little bit of we need to put a little bit of what do you call it, understanding into what we do. Let's put a little bit of understanding into what we do. We need to always remember it's possible for the relationship to go bad. It's possible for a relationship to go bad. If that relationship is going bad, we must to do something about it. We cannot just sit down and keep looking like, okay, I'm in this marriage and nothing is going to stop me. And nothing is going to stop me. Nothing's going to move me out of here. It doesn't matter if the guy is beating me. It doesn't matter if the guy is cheating on me. I will still remain in this relationship and nothing is going to move me out. So, and then when we go to pastors, our pastors will always tell us that we're praying for you. We're praying for you. We're praying for you. I said something some few days ago. Marriage is practical. It's not just prayer. It's not just prayer. All right. You can pray all you like. I have seen a lot of people who have prayed and today they are still divorced. I've seen a lot of people who prayed and today they're actually in their graves. All right. We must put a little bit of understanding into what we do. Marriage is different these days. Relationship is totally different these days. All right. It's not like it used to be. It used to be like when you get married, you stay in marriage, you respect your spouse, and your spouse will respect you. Then infidelity start coming in, and abuse start coming in, and all kinds of stuff. And now we're in a place whereby marriage is no longer how it used to be. So we need to understand it. We need to put a little bit more of sense into what we do. If we're saying for better for worse, we must understand that even though it's for better for worse, the worst part of it is not to take your life. Marriage is full of ups and downs. All right. We will always come into a situation whereby it's going to be a little difficult for us to actually walk it. Very difficult. Excuse me. For us to walk it. And when it comes to that point, we need to seek counsel. But when we are talking about African men, not all of us. I'm not talking about all of us. I'm talking about some of us who will refuse to go for counseling. Some of us will never want anybody to counsel. And when the pastor shows up in your house, you just sit down there listening. And by the time the man is gone, then you tell your wife, "Shut up, what you launching?" Okay? And the issue is that women, when they are demanding, they're not demanding for something you cannot give. They're not demanding for something that is not within their what can I call it? Their entitlement. They are demanding for loyalty. They're demanding for love. They're demanding for peace. They're demanding for understanding. They're demanding for connection, commitment. They're demanding for all of that. Okay, so when we come into this relationship as men, we must understand that marriage is not just girlfriend-boyfriend thing. All right, with the boyfriend and girlfriend thing, there is no commitment. I can see you with another girl tomorrow. I won't say nothing. You are not yet married to me. But the moment you marry me, you should understand that there must be commitment. And there must be commitment. And when they say commitment, commitment is not like I'm coming home. Commitment is not like I'm sleeping on the same bed with you. Commitment is not like I'm having sex with you. Commitment is not like I'm eating your food. Commitment means that you are the only one that I'm messing with. Commitment means that you are the only one that is in my heart. Commitment means that you are my wife. And my responsibility is to love you and stick to you and stay with you and be faithful to you. All right? And that's what commitment is. Okay, we have redesigned marriage. That men believe that, all right, I can do whatever I like. Women will say, oh yeah, I can do whatever I like. Okay, so a woman should commit also. Commitment both ways, respect both ways, love both ways. All right, it's not just only the man that should love you, you should love the man too. It's not just only the man that should respect you, you should respect the man also. All right, it's not only the man that should be buying things for you, you should buy things for the man also. It's supposed to be both ways, not one-sided. All right, so when a woman is asking for commitment, it means that there is no commitment. When a woman is asking for love, it means that there is no love. If a woman is asking for loyalty, it means that there is no loyalty. Somebody is not going to ask you for love if they are receiving love. Okay, somebody's not going to ask you for faithfulness if you are faithful to them. Somebody's not going to ask for a commitment if you are committed to them. They will not demand for it. It's very easy for you to know this. Okay, if they're not getting something, it's just like you. If you're not getting the kind of salary that you are asking for or you're looking for, you're going to demand for it. You go to the office and tell them, I think I should be promoted. I've been doing the work of 2,000 people in this office. I need more money. All right, it's because you're not getting it. That's why you're demanding for it. If you're hungry, you are going to demand for food. All right, you are not going to demand for food when you are not hungry. When you are hungry is when you demand for food. Okay, people demand for things when it's missing. They demand for things when it's missing. When the love is missing, they demand for it. When the loyalty is missing, they demand for it. When communication is missing, they demand for it. Women always demand for communication. I want to communicate. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I know some women are crazy. They can talk from now to tomorrow. I understand that, and we men don't like that. We want to run away. We love a woman that will just say one thing, forget about it, let me work on it. We love a woman that will say one thing, this is what I want. I have counseled a lady that she will not ask for anything. She will just continue to shout. He's not doing it all. He's not doing anything all. He has not done anything all. What exactly do you want him to do? How do you want him to live his life with you? How do you want the relationship to look like? All right, that's the most important part. That's the most important part. Are you really communicating or not? When we talk about communication, we just believe that I'm just talking. No, it's not just you talking. Is the person understanding what you're saying? Do you have the skill to communicate? Do you understand that communication is in two ways? Okay, you can be saying something and the other person may not be understanding you. And that's me. All right, and that's me right here. All right, if you see my ministry, I always call it the way it is. I say vagina when I'm supposed to say it. I say penis when I'm supposed to say it. I say kiss when I'm supposed to say it. And I say stupid when I'm supposed to say it. All right. Someone like myself, you cannot say, oh, Pastoral, I don't understand what you're saying. You will understand. I'll make you understand. I'm going to make you understand. All right. I'm not going to tell you, let's go and fellowship. Because if I say let's go and fellowship, then you start believing that I'm going to go and pray with you. I am not praying with you. I am going to bang you. All right. So let me tell you what I want to do. All right. So that you will not misunderstand me and say, but when we were leaving living room, you say we are going to fellowship. No. I'm not saying we are going to fellowship. I'm telling you we are going to bank. All right, that's what I'm going. That's how to communicate. Do you agree or do you not? So don't follow me because you are thinking something else. Okay, follow me because you understand exactly what I'm about to do to you when I go indoor. All right. So me, I talk. I say the thing. I talk 100%. I don't hide anything. If the soup is not sweet, I will tell you. I will say, who cooked this food? Oh, they will say, it is this person. I say, oh, yeah, you do. I say it. I'm not going to say, oh, it's good. I'm not saying, oh, it's good. Oh, this food is very sweet. Oh, it's not sweet. I'm just saying, it's not sweet. The thing is not, next time when you're cooking it, make sure you cook it well. Don't just cook and say, okay, I'll finish cooking and stuff like that. No. Be very intentional about it, that the food must be on point. So I will say, if something is wrong in the house, I say, I will put this here. Why is this one here? Let's take it out. Let's do this. At the end of the whole stuff, you will understand me. I will not say it the way I didn't mean it. I will say it exactly the way it's in my heart. And that's what I told my wife. I told her, I said, listen, everybody around us, looking at us, they're expecting us to fail. All right, we must not fail. If we fail, it's going to be shame on us. And not just shame on us, it's going to be shame on God, because we told them, God told us to get married. All right, if God is the one that is saying that we should get married, then we must stay married. All right, I'm not like the other people that will say, I prayed, Pastor. So what did God say? Oh, God said he's my husband. So why are you divorcing him now? Maybe I didn't hear very well from God. You better hear well. All right, you better hear very well. And I want to throw this out there real quick, so that before I leave this point right here, because I got too many things in my head that I want to say today. All right, so before I leave this point, I want to say something to you. Even if God is the one saying this is your husband, it doesn't mean God is going to come and do it for you. If God is the one saying this is your husband, oh, okay, this is your wife, oh, okay, so what am I supposed to do, God? Now, you are now getting ready to succeed. By knowing exactly your own part, there is a part of God and there is a part of man. If you know this is God telling me yes, okay, the yes that you're hearing doesn't mean that it's going to be like easy stuff. There's the part of a man that a man must to do. There's the part of a woman that a woman must to do. It's just to make the marriage work. And that's why we now put it on the paper and say, be committed, be loyal, love your wife, respect your husband, cook for him, have sex with him, have sex with your husband or your wife, respect your wife, cherish your wife, support your wife, dream, let the dream cross each other, work together, be faithful. We put everything there on the table. If you misuse the opportunity God has given unto you, you will still fail. Am I yelling? I think I'm yelling, right? I think I'm yelling. I should keep quiet before they come over and tell me I'm yelling. All right, you will still fail. It doesn't matter. Even if it's the will of God for you and you mismanage it, you will fail. And you're not just going to fail a little bit, you will fail gallantly. That people will know. And people will see that you have actually succeeded in destroying the mind of God for you. Let me see how you're doing from California. You know what I'm saying? You will fail. I don't care. I don't care what pastors are telling you. I don't care what they're telling you to come and be praying. I don't care. You will fail. You will fail. You actually failed the very first day you started thinking about now it is the will of God and God will be the one to work it. Oh, with God all things are possible. You start. You have started failing. So even if it is the mind of God, you have to do your part. Your part in this system is that you must comply with all the rules and regulation of marriage. All right, you must know them, you must understand them, you must digest them. They must become part of your life, that you must to live your life every day fulfilling those things. Fulfilling those things. All right, you got to fulfill it. Fulfill those things. And if you refuse to fulfill those things, you are writing letter to failure. Okay, so it's not about it is God's mind. Oh, then I ask them, so have you been praying about your marriage? Yes. So what is God saying? Then you start hearing them saying nonsense. All right, they have never had God before. God has not spoken to them one time. They don't know the mind of God for them or whatsoever. Okay, and this is a part of the Christianity that I've been talking about, that we need to learn to hear God ourselves. Your prophet will die. Your pastors will die. Okay, and then when they are gone, who will be praying for you? And I don't want you to get it wrong. Pastors, they have their problems. Prophet, they have their problems too. And if you want to rely on their own prayers alone, you will fail. You will fail. I'm not lying to you. You will fail. If you want to rely just only on their own prayer, you better go and know God by yourself. Know how to talk to God by yourself. Know how to be in the presence of God by yourself. Know how to hear God by yourself. And that's what profits a man. A man that knows this God. You have to know your God and speak to him daily. If you cannot do that, forget it. You will fail. All right? So when people come in and I ask them questions about this whole called spirituality, and then they tell me, oh, I prayed. Oh, I prayed. How can you be praying and be failing? Answer the question. Can you be praying, hearing God, and still be failing? No. No. If God is the one telling you to go, and you go, he will give you instructions. What to do every day, every step of the way. Every step of the way. He will tell you. And if you comply with it, then you will succeed. If not, then you will fail. It has been revealed to you, son of man. What is good and what is evil, he said, I beseech you, I beg you, I appeal to you, choose good. Have you chosen good? Have you been choosing the good one? Or have you been following the crowd? That's what you need to ask yourself. Ask yourself, have you been choosing the right things? Have you been listening to God? That's what you need to ask yourself. It's not about I'm praying, sir. It's not I'm praying, sir. Which prayer? Which prayer are you praying? Show me the result, the effect of the prayers you're praying. Let me tell you this real quick. All right. When you go and shout, Father, 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 it's a therapy. You see, that therapy right there will only make you feel good one time. The problem is still sitting right in front of you. You go again, Father, 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 is the therapy. Then you feel good one time. Then the problem is still sitting on the couch. The problem is still sleeping on your bed. The problem is staring at your eyes, at your face like every day. The problem is not going. Until you resolve the problem, until you approach the problem, until you sit down to settle the problem, that's when the problem is going to go. The problem will never go. We've continued to pray because the part of God, he has already done. Your own part, you have failed to do. Your own part, you have failed to do. Your part, you failed to do. And if you fail to do your part, forget about it. Nothing is going to happen. You will not see any effect whatsoever. All right? So, and that's the point right there. And I want you guys to just take that one home. So, when you come into marriage, you know, and you believe that, okay, it's the right thing, this is the mind of God, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. If truly God is in the foundation, God is the one that chose the wife, that chose the husband, and you've done your investigation, and you know it's the right thing to do. Character is good, behavior is good, mindset is good, spirituality is good, sexuality is good, everything is on point, and you feel, excuse me, this is a person I want to live my life with to the rest of my life. I'm not going to walk away from here. I'm going to do everything possible to make sure that this relationship works. So you need to go and learn what will make it work. You need to go and learn what will make it work. And what is going to make it work is the hard work that you put behind your prayers. The hard work that you put behind your prayers. When you pray to God, let God speak to you. Hear God. And when the moment you hear God, you begin to get instructions from God and then follow through and continue to do it and do it. Okay? Now, people always say, Pastoral, you talk about sex all the time. Yes, I got to talk about it because that's one part of our church activities that we don't talk about. And the devil is using that part, to mess us up. The devil is using sex to mess us up. Okay, most of the time when you hear husband and wife fighting, and then I listen to them, and the next thing is that, oh, this infidelity, this cheating, and then you hear it like almost about 10 times within 1 minute. And then you look at it, and then you see that this same sex thing is messing our relationships up. Because men, it's impossible for them to keep it in their pants. Women are opening their legs everywhere, all in the name of money. All in the name of money. Everybody wants to be rich. They don't care. They don't want to know how. In as much as I'm rich, I'm fine. Okay? Majority of our celebrities, movie stars today, they just open their legs to senators and to honorables and commissioners and governors. And those ones are giving them houses and giving them cars and stuff like that. So majority of our young ladies here, they just believe that's the only way out of poverty, is to use what you have to get what you want. Okay, what I have is this. This is my breast, this is my vagina. Come and take it, and then let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, and that's what they do. And just imagine if Dr. Hickes, how you doing? It's just someone like me that I want to get married, and then I started hearing all over the news, unless I'm a gold digger. There are so many gold diggers that are men. They don't care. They will marry someone that senator must have used. They will marry anybody in as much that the girl is got money. Okay, let's go with I love you. Oh, take me to Cancun, take me to Las Vegas, take me everywhere. And these ladies are the ones sponsoring those guys. Those guys will only go to the gym and look good. And then when they come out, they start wearing agbada all around the place. And then the ladies are the ones sending them to all these places. And those girls are still sleeping with senators till tomorrow, even though they are married. Even though they are married, they are still going to sleep with people all around just to make money, just to get money. If you can, see, I'm going to put Dr. Yemi Hickes on the spot. All right. Now, she's a beautiful woman and she is a career person. She is working for her money. Ladies, go and work for your money. Work for it. Stop messing around. Stop jumping around. It will not pay you later down the road. Later down the road, the guy that wants to marry you will not marry you. He will marry you, then he will hear a bad news somewhere, and then he will divorce you. It's going to be a kwale. It's going to be a kwale. You know what they call a kwale? A night cry. You'll be crying at night. That's what it's going to result into. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want it to happen to you. You don't want it to happen to you. You want to make your own money. You want to make your own money. All right? You want to be able to work very hard so that people will respect you. That when they see you outside, they will know you are not doing aristo. They will know you are not the woman sleeping around the place. They will know you are a decent person. They will know that you are hardworking and educated, and you are making your own money by yourself. It doesn't matter what the social media will say or say. You will know at the back of your mind that I work for my money. All right, and that boldness will make you to beat your chest. That yeah, I'm proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? You will see that majority of people these days, okay, they advertise their breast. They advertise their bum more than how they advertise God. You never see anything God on their page. All you see is breasts flying around the place, bomb flying around everywhere. And what is that? They're advertising for men. Come. And you know, we men are so stupid that when we see breast and vagina and we see bomb, we run to the place. You just go and try it. Open a page right now and just be shaking your bum alone. All you need to do is just shake your bum, and then you shake it. When you shake it, within 3 hours, I only give you 3 hours, you will have 5,000 followers. You will have 5,000 followers, and majority of your followership is going to be married men, married Nigerian men. Married Nigerian men, you will see them there, and then they will say, "Sweetie, you're fine, you, sweetie, I love you." See, they don't even know the meaning of love. They don't understand it. They don't know what it means. They will just start saying this carelessly, all because of their penis. The brain is not thinking; it's the penis that is thinking for them. You know what I'm saying? 3 hours, you have 5,000 friends. You will not believe how it's going to happen. It's going to be like magic. You'll be like, kinimose, and stop. So you will begin to see, the kind of the trend that, these days life is a little more difficult. It's a little difficult than before. Now, people are so much fashionable that everything goes. I've gone to fashion shows. And I'll sit down there, and then they say, next it's gonna be Mickey. She's gonna be coming in a kind of a nightgown, or she's gonna in a cocktail dress. And then when Mickey will come out in the cocktail dress, we will just see Mickey just covering only the vagina and covering the nipple, and then they will start coming and people will start clapping. And me, I will just sit down there, I was like, why are they clapping? She didn't show us any dress. Where is the dress? I'm still waiting for the dress. I've not seen the dress yet. Maybe she's just wearing nightgown. Maybe she'll go back and wear the dress. No, that is the dress. That's the dress they're talking about. One day I went to one particular party and one lady just showed up in the party wearing net. Everything is net all down, and we're looking at our underwear and our bra right there. And all these paparazzi just ran to the place. They left we that are well dressed. We that are well dressed, they left us alone there. They ran to the place and said, "Oh, she has arrived. She's here. The dress is wearing is Gucci." And I said, "Where is the dress? Which dress? I'm still looking for the dress. I cannot find it." But that's the dress. That's what we wear now. And that's what we wear these days. And then when you see the man will come, the man will be dressed up in suit. The guy will wear a nice blazer with a nice hat and a nice jacket and a nice shirt and a nice shoe with nice belt. Okay, we will not see his, we won't see his bum, we won't see his penis, we won't see his anything, and then the guy will just come in and just walk around and stuff, and you will begin to look at it and say, wow, aye ti dori kodo, aye ti dori kodo, aye ti tan. And then inside of your heart, you begin to ask yourself a question: am I the one that is old school? Is something wrong with me? All right, is something exactly wrong with me? Should I be wearing underwear to this place? Am I supposed to be wearing pata to a party and say that's the dress, or what? So it's getting complicated. And you will notice one thing, and what you will see is that guy that walked in with that girl will eventually walk away. You know why? Because he is only attracted to the beauty. He's only attracted to the pointed breast, and he's only attracted to the big bum. That's all he's attracted to. And by the time he will see another one, he's gone. And that's what we have accepted. We have accepted it in our generation, that we just allow people to dress up anyhow, including the ones that they call themselves Christians. All right, the ones who call themselves Christians also. That's how they wear it. All right, and then we celebrate them. We celebrate them. Now, we always say, whatever will make you to sin, cut it off. If your eyes will make you to sin, if your leg is going to make you to sin, if your mouth is going to make you to sin and stuff. So it's a kind of an intentional thing that these days women just set men up for falls. For fall. They set us up to fall. You guys understand that men, We cannot see nakedness without checking it out, including me, including this guy that you're looking at. When I'm driving and I see a woman dressed up in net, I will look. I will look. And when I look like a full-time job. I look like a man that is on full-time job. I look. If you think I don't look, you're fooling yourself. And no wonder they have created some nice shades now that you could wear them inside the dark. You could wear this shade inside of the church. So when people put their shade on, I don't know what they call that kind of stuff, but me, I call it sunshade. I call it sunshade. You put your sunshade on inside church. What are you scanning? They're scanning bomb bombs. When you put your shade on in the party, what are you scanning? They're scanning bomb bombs. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I put it on there, and I'm just looking all around like this, and you will think my eyes is going this way, like inside of the shade, my eyes is going like crisscross. My eyes is crisscrossing. I'm looking this way, I'm looking that way, but my head is standing like this, but my eyes going this way, my eyes going that way. The woman sitting next to me will never know, can never understand what I'm scanning. I'm just scanning all through and stuff like that. And you see, and you see the way it is. Okay, that's the way it is now. So it's difficult to go into marriage. So when you go into marriage, marriage these days is temporary. Marriage these days is temporary. All right, it's temporary. What's wrong with this Instagram and Facebook? You guys are not leaving comments. I'm just loving the ones on Instagram. Instagram is just giving me what I want. And this Facebook people just kept quiet. They're just looking at me like, am I stupid or something? like am I stupid or something? All right, you see. So marriage these days is now temporary. It's a temporary thing. That when you go into it, and this one is not gingering my swagger anymore, I just go to the next one. And the next one is always waiting. The next one is always waiting. I'm not going to lie to you. The next one is always waiting. They're waiting. You know, I think I told you guys this before. You know, I went to a party one time, and one woman wanted to talk to me, and the breasts were like this. I'm not joking. They're like all the way up here and stuff. And then she wanted to talk to me. The first thing was I wanted to hug her. And normally when I hug Christians, the Christian ladies will bend to the side to hug me with their shoulders. You know, some women, they understand that stuff. When they want to hug you with their side, they turn around, they hug you like this. But when you see some girls that are wicked girls, they will carry that pointed breast and put it on your chest. And then they hold you and squeeze you to it. All right? It's a sign. It's a signal. It's Aroko. It's always Aroko. That's Aroko there. All right? So I was just coming. I was like, hey, how are you? And then she put the whole thing right on my chest. Bam. And then she squeezed me and pushed me towards the stuff. And I was like, hey, bam, you. I wanted to shout, but I didn't shout. I wanted to shout, I didn't shout. I was enjoying it. I'm being truthful here. I just want to be truthful here. I was enjoying the thing. I was like, oh God. You know, I was just there. I wanted to say Egbami, but I couldn't say Egbami. If I say Egbami in a party, they won't even hear my voice. The music was so loud and all kinds of stuff like that. You know, so I had to just enjoy it for that few minutes. I was I just enjoyed the thing for like last 5 minutes that I was there and stuff like that. And when I was leaving, I quickly just hug her again. I hug her again, and I was leaving. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. I said, this is how men get carried away. This is how men get carried away. This is how men get carried away. They get carried away when they see all these things. Women, they know how to get us. They know how to. They will get you. You know, it doesn't matter. They will get you along. Okay, so you see, somebody say right now, sir. You know, you see that you know, marriage these days is actually more like a temporary thing. It's a temporary thing right now. That men, when they come in, then they get distracted. Then they get distracted, and when they get distracted, then they walk with it. Then they walk with it. That was a confession time. Confession time. That was another time. Another time, I went to a place. I think here in Houston, and one woman saw me, and I was sitting with some people, and one woman saw me. She first of all walked past us, and then the second time she was coming, she picked up her t-shirt and tied up so that the belly button could show. And then she was coming back again and was looking at me. And she would look at me and then she take her face off. She look at me and she take her face off. And me, I was just like kind of like sitting right there. And you know me, I'm just this guy. I just love fun. I just love to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? So I was cracking jokes and stuff. And so she came all the way to my back. When she came all the way to my back, and she leaned over and she whispered to me, like, Pastor Shala. I was like, oh, madam, how are you doing, man? God bless you, man. And she's like, she whispered again. She said, I have been watching your show. And I said, oh, thank you, man. Thanks for watching my show, man. And you know one funny thing was, like, I just started feeling some, kind of a warm stuff. They say warm stuff on my shoulder. It was so warm. They're just very warm, and they're just sitting right on my shoulder, and they felt a little heavy, on my shoulder. I was like, something's warm. This thing is so warm here, say, and all kinds of. And she continued to just put them there and all kinds of stuff, and she was whispering, and it was heavy. And I started stammering. I was like, yes, and that woman is a devil. That woman is a devil. That woman is a dear devil. I'm not gonna lie to you, is a dear devil. So she stood up and went away. It was like she just gave me a taste of the old stuff. Like, you just don't take a taste of the old stuff and stuff. So she went away, and then she sat down somewhere. And every time I looked to her side, she'll be like, I was like, oh no, man. She made me feel that warmth, that the warm stuff on my neck, and that kind of feeling can never go. It can never leave you. And then she walked away. She sat down right there, and every time I looked to her side, she'll be like this. You know what that means is, like, I still got it. That warm stuff is still here. You want some of this? Just come. That's the stuff. That's the stuff you see. But for me, I always think about what will happen. I believe it's the Holy Spirit that always remind me that if you do, I'm a man. I'm not going to lie. I'm a man. All right, and I got a penis too. All right, so but the issue is that it's not like you're not going to feel that. Wow. It will be in your brain. Your brain will be telling you. Your brain will be telling you all this kind of stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm telling you how men. This is the way we are. All right. You'll be thinking in your head, and then the devil will be ministering to you. Angels will be ministering. Holy Spirit will be ministering to you, and all kinds of stuff. And then you'll be looking at it. But the issue is that I always think about the end point of things. I was like, 57 years of your life, you will ruin it with just only 50 seconds enjoyment. It doesn't worth it. It doesn't worth it. So you tell yourself that. And then the second thing is that you now tell yourself, how about if I get caught? What is going to happen? Then you look at that and then you weigh it on the scale. All these things you're weighing on the scale is going to be in your head. You're weighing everything in your head. You're putting everything side by side in your head. And you're telling yourself, this is going to be a disaster. I don't want to. Then right inside of that same few minutes, you'll be thinking about, how will my wife feel if she should hear about this stuff? How will my children feel if they should hear about this stuff? Won't it be a disgrace? How about if this is a setup? How about if somebody's trying to set me up? All right, because I noticed the lady was coming the first time, the t-shirt was all the way to the ground. And then now when she was coming second time, she lifted it up and now I could see the belly button. And I'm kind of like thinking in my head, this must be a setup. And within that second, okay, I'm telling you, this is actually not like 1 hour. It's not like 1 minute kind of thinking. It's within seconds. You think about this stuff. If your brain is correct, if your brain is really working the way it should, within seconds, you think about these old things. And then you start weighing them. And then the next thing you tell yourself, like, it doesn't worth it. So I took my face off and I faced the people that I was sitting with and we continued to talk and all kinds of stuff like that. Okay. So another one that happened, it was in New York City. I went for a party and I sat down alone because my wife wasn't here with me. So I sat down alone by myself with one other lady who happens to be a doctor and she's one of the ministers in the church. And I sat down with her and this lady who happens to be an usher in another church just walked to me. And she just put the whole breast on my shoulder. And she was like, Pastor, you like jail? I was like, oh God. But you cannot react. If you should react and say something or do something, the next thing is that people will only hear that part of a pastor because the life of a pastor is very sensitive. Now, you as a pastor must have it at the back of your mind that the moment you carry that title of a pastor, you're doomed. There are certain things you cannot do. If you decide to act like ordinary person, then people will say something. Thank you for the badge. God bless you. You know, people will say something. So you cannot. Sometimes you just have to keep your mouth shut and just look and then, see what's going to happen next. But you must get your brain working. So the lady that was sitting in, my side now looked at her and said, Madam, kilo de go no. She pastor talk maybe in He said, oh, am I the business in you? Say the pastor, can pastor talk by himself? And she returned back and put it down. I said, Madam, I'm not eating. I'm good. I just need water. Thank you. So she left. And maybe she got the sign, the signal. So she walked away. And that was how I was saying, but me, I only stay in a party for 1 hour. After 1 hour, I'm gone. After 1 hour, me, I'm gone. I'm gone. Because I always think about anything, something could happen. I don't want anything to happen. I'm going. Okay? And I'm the kind of person that when I go to a place, men don't like taking pictures with me. Men, they don't like me. And I like all the men. I love them. My ministry is actually trying to find peace for men. Men don't like me. When they see me, they will just say, hi, Pastor Shala, and then they walk away. Some of them will say, social media. I say, hello, I'm trying to deliver you guys. Men don't like taking pictures with me. They only come and harass me. When they see me, they come to shout, they come to yell at me or whatsoever. But the ladies will come and they say, oh, Pastor Jola, can I get a picture of you? Pastor Jola, please, can I take a picture? And I say, okay, that's fine. And then they take a picture of me. And most of the time, I just notice that when they put their arms around my back, some of them will scratch me. They will scratch my back like a couple of times. And I was like, and it's kind of like sending signal. They send a signal to me, they scratch my back and stuff like that. And for me, I would just ignore it. I would just take the picture and I say, oh, thank you very much, man. God bless you. Sometimes I will crack a joke and say, how much are you paying? And stuff. I'll just go back and sit down or probably walk away. Say, I see a lot of that all the time, that people take a picture of me. Sometimes people they do say something crazy. Like one guy said, I saw you are with 8 yellow women. 9 yellow women or something, and you are drinking something yellow and stuff like that. Why is it me that you are following? Why not follow yourself? Or why not follow yourself? Why are you looking at what I'm drinking? Why are you looking at the women that are around me? Women are always around me. And you're going to see more women now. You're going to see more women around me now. Okay? All I need you to do is just to be praying for me. Just pray for me. I've been seeing fine girls all along. I see fine girls all the time. I see fine girls. All right, let's go back to the topic. So marriage these days is more like a temporary thing, very temporary. That you don't know what could happen tomorrow. You don't know how it's going to turn out to. You don't know when the whole stuff is going to end. All you know right now is that you're happy in the marriage. You just got married. It's just only 2 weeks old, and you're just saying, "My dear, my dear, my honey, my honey." You're kissing, 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 and all that kind of stuff and everything. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's just for now. If you ask a lot of women who are still married right now, a lot of them are scared. They don't know exactly what could happen tomorrow. They don't know. Uh, anything, it's possible for anything to happen. It's possible for anything to happen and stuff. People do say, don't expect it, don't expect it. You're expecting it, you are not expecting it. If it's going to happen, it will happen. My own point is just for you to always be prepared and ready. Be prepared and ready. And that's what is bringing me to the topic of today. A lot of people, they actually talk bad about single mothers. They talk about single fathers as in, they're not responsible. They're not responsible and all kinds of stuff like that and everything. Now, when you got married, you guys sleep on the same bed. You don't know what is going through the mind of the other person. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know what's going through. The two of you are sleeping on the same bed. You guys are making love. You're cooking for him. He's cooking for you, and all kinds of stuff. Inside of his mind, or inside of our mind, you don't even know exactly what's going on. All you know is your home. All you know is that you are in this marriage to make it work. How about him? How about her? Okay? How about him? How about her? You don't even have any idea of what's going on. You might think you are really married and happy. Some women will say, I'm happily married. And then later down the road, they come and say, but I have a problem. I was like, but 2 weeks ago, you said you are happily married. Yeah, but you don't know what's going on in the mind of the person. That person is still paying bills now. The person is still coming home right now. That person is still paying the bills right now. You don't know exactly what's going through his mind. You don't know. And by the time he will drop the bomb, that's when you will find out that, my God, so you've been thinking about this, and this has been in your mind all this while, and I didn't know. You know, divorce is always a surprise to some people. They just get surprised. For me, I'm not going to be surprised, because personally, I just know me. I don't know my wife. I don't know what's going through her mind. I don't know. I only believe whatever she tells me. I only believe whatever she tells me. All right. So I wake up every morning just to do my best. I wake up every morning just to do my best. People say, "Oh, it's for better, for worse." Yes, but by the time it gets so worse, are people willing to stay? Are they willing to change? Are they willing to make amends or whatever? All right. One thing I know about me is that I always expect things, so it always makes me to get prepared for things. I expect it so I prepare for it. All right. So when you expect something that is possible for it to happen, like I always say to you guys every day, that there will be a day that two people will go to sleep, and only one of them will wake up. It's possible for it not to happen now or tomorrow or next week, but it's going to happen one day. We all pray that, okay, we're going to go grow old and see our children's children and all kinds of stuff like that, and we believe it. We pray about it, but even though we pray about it all the time, people are still dying. People still die. Some people died last night. Some people are dying right this moment that I'm talking right now. Okay, so another 1 minute is not guaranteed. So it's going to happen. So before it will happen, this is the time for you now to get prepared for that day. That in case something happened, my husband didn't wake up, how will I pay the bills? How will I live my life? How will I do all this? In case my wife didn't wake up, how will I live my life? How will I do this? How will I do that? You're supposed to have it planned right now, so that by the time it will happen to you, it's not going to be a surprise. It's not going to be like, oh my God, I'm going down the drain, or something's happening to me. It's not going to be like that. All right. You need to always plan. Failure to plan is preparing to fail. So you don't want that to happen to you. You don't want to be surprised. All right. And then secondly, divorce will happen, to some people. It's not going to happen to everybody, but it's going to happen to some people. And I always, I get a little confused when we go and bring people that are 30 years old in marriage, 40 years old in marriage, and then tell them to come and tell us how to work marriage. All right, that man that you brought, I watched a video. I watched a video some few months ago. It's a white guy and a white judge who asked the man, "You guys have been married for 45 years?" They say yes, and they asked the guy, I mean the woman, how? He said, because you always do whatever I say. And they look at the guy and say, is that right? He said, yes. He said, do whatever she says. All right. Now, they have been married for 40 years. The guy is a slave. The guy is not happy. The guy is just managing. So because somebody is married for 40 years doesn't mean that that marriage is a perfect marriage. It doesn't mean that the man is enjoying or the woman is enjoying the marriage. It means that one person actually decided, I'm just going to be this slave. I'll just be here just for me to just count the time and just continue to be here. I will manage myself just to remain in marriage. And that's not the way marriage is designed. It's supposed to be enjoyed, not to be managed. You're not supposed to manage it. You're supposed to enjoy it. All right. So the two of us supposed to have what we want, what we like. We communicate it, and the two of us supposed to make everybody. I mean, we have to make each other happy. Well, boost the happiness in us. We have to make each other to have peace, and then for you to have your own voice, I have my own voice. Okay. So you don't go into marriage with the mindset of becoming the slave of another person. And that's why a lot of African women are married today and they boast about it. And they come and say, I've been married for 40 years. Madam, come, tell us what you have been taking. Madam, tell us what you've been taking. Do you really have a voice? Are you fulfilling destiny? Do you see the future that is good? Are you crying sometimes? Do you cry sometimes? Or what? Or more, or what? So we need to understand. So being in a relationship for a long time and you are boasting about it, that when we now say, oh, if you have been married for 10 years, raise up your hand, and then people raise up their hand. If you have been married for 20 years, raise up your hand, and people raise up their hand, and stuff like that, doesn't mean that that marriage is a perfect or sweet or peaceful marriage. Somebody is enduring. So you will now see the old stuff. Okay, some people, they are enjoying their marriage, some people are not. Some people are only managing it because of what people will say. Oh, I don't want the church to say anything. I don't want the church to say anything. So I'm just going to remain in this marriage and I'll just keep it going. I'll keep on suffering and smiling and all kinds of stuff. That is not what marriage is. We're supposed to enjoy it. We're supposed to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Okay. So when people go into it like that, you don't know what's going to happen. Even before marriage, okay, people are not still sure the guy or the girl is going to show up for wedding. During the wedding, you begin to ask them, where is the bride? Where is the bride? And then everybody will be like, oh, I don't know where the bride is. Oh, I don't know where the bride, then the husband is actually a little bit anxious. He's actually, is a little worried. I don't know, maybe she's going to show up. And then the bride will sit down there in the dressing room, dressing up, and then we'll be asking herself, is he there? Who is he? Let me call him up. Please call him up. Oh, is he dressed up? Is he on his way? Where are you? Where is your friend? And all kinds of stuff. In these days, you know what people do these days? The bride will look for his male friend to go and join the train of the guy, so that one will be giving our information of this is where we are, this is what we're doing, this is what is going on, and all kinds of stuff. Or they will actually place a photographer there who is going to be documenting the thing. The photographer will be the one feeding the lady back and say, okay, we're on our way, we just took pictures, and we're actually getting her right now. He's dressing up right now. Because people are scared. They don't know maybe he will show up or not. And I'm telling you, getting married these days is becoming difficult. People are scared. Oh, Instagram is going to shut me down. Or should I start a new video, or maybe we should end it like this and come back later? My God, Instagram is going to shut me down in 50 seconds. All right. Maybe what I'll do is I'm going to start a new video as soon as this one ends, and I'll start a new video. I'll start a new video. And for those ones who are on Facebook and YouTube, you guys can just stay there. We're going to continue from here. Yeah, let me start a new video real quick. Let me start a new video real quick here.
Okay. Live. Yes. Zoom a little bit. And start.
People are afraid. They don't know. They don't know if the guy is going to show up or he's not going to show up. All right, they don't know. Maybe the guy is going to show up. So they try to put spies all around, to be able to give them feedback. Is he coming? Is he not coming? All right. So when we now come into the relationship itself, after the wedding and all kinds of stuff, we are still afraid. Men are afraid. Women are afraid. All right. They don't know what's going on in the mind of the other person. You don't know. The guy is saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. Maybe he's saying, I love you to like 50 girls, like 20 other girls. You don't even know. Your wife is saying, I love you, I love you. You don't even know. Maybe she's still talking to the ex-boyfriend. All right. I came across a young lady one time, and this young lady told me, said, I miss my ex-boyfriend. I was like, why? You're married now. Your husband is a handsome guy and everything. He said, yes, but he doesn't know how to pleasure me. He doesn't know how to pleasure me. That my ex-boyfriend would do me chuku chuku, would do me jaku jaku. And this is another red flag right here. Another red flag right here. All right. You don't just marry anybody that is not your spec. All right. You must first of all know the person you want to get married to, so that you will not be comparing your husband to your ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend is a good guy when it comes to doing chuku chuku, doing nyama nyama. All right. He knows how to work that. But the husband is gentle. And all kinds of, let me crack this joke. It's not a joke, it's just funny. It's a funny situation, but I'll just crack it. Okay? And I want you to listen. One time, one guy came and said, Pastor Jola, I don't know what to do to my wife. Oh, she's not happy. I said, don't worry. I said, I'm going to ask her. So when our own session came, I asked the woman, I said, Ma, your husband said you are not really happy. What's the problem? And she said, I always tell him to squeeze my breast. He will not squeeze it. He will just be playing with it like this and be doing over there. I said, squeeze this thing very hard. Squeeze it. I'm not feeling it until you squeeze it. Squeeze it. I said, simple as ABC. He said, yes. I said, just to squeeze? He said, yes. I said, just to squeeze it like this? He said, yes. I said, what is wrong with the man? What kind of a man is this? So I called the man and I said, sir, your wife said she's not happy because you are not squeezing the breast. I said, you say, why you see the breast belong to you? The owner of the breast says squeeze it. Why not squeeze it? Is it not simple? How simple is that? To squeeze something? I don't understand you, sir. I said, squeeze the thing. I don't understand. I don't understand how simple that instruction. Very simple instruction. Squeeze the thing. That's it. It's very simple. Is that what you want? Yes. Don't worry. I'll squeeze it. Then you squeeze it. And you squeeze it. I don't know why some people are just very, very difficult to understand. They're very difficult to understand simple instruction. Very simple instruction they cannot understand. Very simple. Very simple instruction. Understand the thing. Do it. Follow instruction. That's it. And so they went home and the guy started squeezing the thing. And the woman said, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I said, don't mention. No, don't mention. What kind of man is that one? And you see, like I always say to you women, please submit your breast to be squeezed. Submit it. So women will say, don't touch my breast, don't touch my breast. Let them touch it. Let them squeeze it. You know why? It is therapy for the squeezer and the squeezy. Whatever they call that, I don't know that kind of English. But it's a therapy. I know it's a therapy. I'm telling you, it's a therapy. And that will prevent breast cancer from happening. So when your wife is cooking breakfast, just come behind and squeeze it. Squeeze it. Submit it to be squeezed. All right? The woman is helping you. The man is helping you. All right? And it's a therapy for him. His brain will work well. His brain will work well. By the time he's squeezing, his brain will start working normal. You don't understand. Oh, go ask your husband. When you are squeezing breast, what happened to your head? What happened to your head? What happened to your head? His head blood will flow. There will be flow of blood into the head, and it will flow down everywhere. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. So that's just that. That's just that, by the way. Okay. So what am I saying is that now people are afraid because you don't know the mind of the other person. Inu elomo o monu elomi. Inu elomo o monu elomi. And because o monu elomi, you will be a little afraid. You don't know what's coming. And later down the road, you start seeing the sign. The sign is written on the wall. The sign is written on the wall. And if you are not very attentive or vigilant or smart, you might not see the sign written on the walls. After some time, as men, you start getting disconnected. I'm not going to lie to you. There are so many men on this network, and I'm going to open my line pretty soon for you guys to be able to call in. After some time, you begin to see. Oh my God, I don't think I can. I'll try. You begin to see the handwriting on the wall. The man will no longer be that connected. Women may not be that connected. And you will first of all notice that when you start seeing that you guys are skipping sex, you're going to start skipping it. You guys used to do it like almost every day. Then gradually, you start doing once in 3 days. And before you get to know, it's going to be once in a week. And gradually, it's going to be once in a month. And then once every 6 months. And all kinds of stuff. Then the disconnect is coming gradually. And the disconnect is coming gradually. And at that point in time, it's a sign for you to say, oh my God, since something's wrong with my home, something's wrong with my marriage, something's wrong with my marriage, something's wrong with my marriage. I need to do something. I need to do something. But majority of us would rather go and be praying. Rather say, oh, let's go pray. Let's go and pray. Let's go and pray. All right? Let's go and pray. But instead of we just approaching that situation, dealing with it, and getting it back where it's supposed to be. You see, these Americans and the British and these white people, they are not stupid. It's possible for them to have they've studied this stuff. That when you are on your job for too long, then you get tired of that job. But when you're on the job for a while, and then they give you vacation time, they want you to run away from that job for a little time to refresh yourself. And then after refreshing yourself, you can come right back and then continue doing your job. Okay, that's the reason they always want to give you vacation time. And then they give us days off. 1 day off, 2 days off, 3 days off. When I was working with Slumber J, I worked 3 weeks on, 1 week off. 3 weeks on, 1 week off. And that 1 week off is going to take me away from my job. I can be able to think, sleep, and breathe. And then I'm ready to go back to work after that 1 week. All right. And that's the same thing we do when we are married. There's supposed to be a time off that we go on vacation. And the vacation is not a family vacation. Family vacation as in like we are taking the children, the nanny, grandma, grandpa along with us to vacation. That's not what it is. It's the vacation is actually targeting your relationship. People get tired doing the same thing over and over. They get tired of relationship. For two people living together is not easy. It's not an easy stuff at all. It's not. You see the face of the same person over and over again and again every day. You guys talk about the same thing. Thank you for the batch. You guys fight and fight and fight and quarrel, misunderstandings here and there. There's supposed to be a time whereby we take a break. Take a break. You can take vacation separately. As in, like the wife, go your own way. The husband can go his own way also. But it's a little difficult for you to do that right now that everything is very sensitive. It's not easy right now for you to allow your husband to go on vacation by himself because vacation is going to actually promote sex. Vacation is going to promote sex. So your husband may decide to import a girl He might decide to import a girl from somewhere to come over to go vacation with him. And you will see that the level of lack of trust in relationship is growing. Gone are those days when we had no cell phones. People would just trust you. They would just say, "Oh, this is where I am." Okay, but these days we have cell phones whereby we could do video calls. To do video call will actually expose where you are. And when you want to know somebody that is lying, they always go and pick your video calls inside the bathroom. They pick the video call inside the bathroom. And then they say, "Oh, I'm in the bathroom." All right. So you guys are talking. And then when they're ready to get out of the bathroom, then they want to go. But why do you want to go? We are talking on the phone. Take the phone to your bedroom. Let's see where in your hotel room where you are. And stop. They cannot. They'll just say, "Oh, I'm busy. Oh." And men, we always just turn the whole stuff around and then we start quarreling, or probably we now become aggressive. "Oh, I don't have time. Oh, mama, go later." Just cut it off. And then they go. And that has made women to start suspecting that if a man should go on vacation by himself, heaven knows what he's doing. Then they always want to do video call with you. They want to do video calls with you and all kinds of stuff just to know, where are you? Let me see the surroundings. A man picked up the phone one day thinking everything is all right, cleared, not knowing there is a bra, that the bra is sitting on top of the chair. The bra of the girlfriend is sitting on top of the chair. All right, so he picked it up and he was doing video call and stuff. And the wife said, "What is that black thing on the chair?" And he looked. That was when he found out, "Yay, I'm busted." I was like, and then he pretended like, what is it? I've never seen him before. Who put this here? Maybe it's the what do you call it? The cleaners. Maybe it's the cleaners that put the bra there and stuff. And then he went and picked it up with one hand. I saw. Yeah, he picked it up with one hand. I was looking at this. The priest, what's going on, priest? All right, so he picked it up with one hand. I was like looking at what's this and stuff. And then he got busted. That's a bra right there. That's a bra. Okay. Another guy traveled to Nigeria and he didn't tell his wife was going to Nigeria. So he went to Nigeria and was with his girlfriend. And one other person was doing a video, live video in front of them. You know when you go to parties and people do like this, "Hey, I'm at Wasiu. Oriade, okay. Oriade, okay." And they do like this, they're dancing. And they're carrying cell phone. Oriade, okay. And you don't know that the person that is behind, the person that is behind you is hiding something. And you are doing selfie. And you are singing and dancing. So one thing that happened was like a friend saw it, called another friend, talked to another friend until he got to the wife, say, "Come and see, oh, is this not your husband?" He said, "I know my husband went to Chicago on business trip." No, this party is in Nigeria. This party is in Nigeria. And I said, "Hey, who is the person?" They now look at this and now saw the husband with another woman. All right. So people are getting busted and different kind of stuff happening. And these days, we have trackers. That women will put tracker in your car. They want to know where you are, your location, and everything, and all kinds of stuff. There are some cars right now. You don't want to see if you are driving your wife's car. You want to drive your wife. Please don't connect your telephone to the Bluetooth. When you connect your telephone to the Bluetooth, everything that is going on is being recorded. Everything that's going on is being recorded. Okay? And at the end of the whole stuff, the wife will come into the car and press one button, and all of the recordings will start playing back. All the recordings will start playing back. And this is messing up the home. Now, people are afraid. This is what they call mental torture. When you are talking about mental torture, emotional distress, this is what it is. Now, the woman or the man who is actually on the other side, receiving side, is no longer going to be happy. No longer going to be happy. That person will not be able to eat. They will lose their appetite. That person will not be able to sleep. They will have insomnia. That person will not be happy. The person will be sad. And then you come home and you're pretending that nothing happened. And that's even killing. That's killing. Okay? And the person on the receiving end will just be there. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to rock the boat. And when they say something, there will be quarrel. There will be a lot of, there will be smoke in the city. And then they will now start looking for a way to resolve it. You stop eating at home. You stop talking to her. You stop sleeping with her. And all kinds of stuff is happening. And at the end of the day, the person is going to be depressed. And depression is able to kill. And you never believe it. And that depression will affect them mentally. And then gradually, they'll be crying for help. But a lot of us, we don't know. We only judge them. We only judge them. We judge them for walking away. We judge them for filing divorce. And you don't understand about human being. It is you and you alone. It's got nothing to do with your marriage. Your marriage they will not request for your marriage to go to heaven. Marriage is not a ticket to heaven, and divorce is not a ticket to hell. They will not. You will not be able to serve God the way you should when you are inside of this difficulty. To pray is going to be difficult for you. Your relationship with God will go down the drain. You won't be able to function at work. A woman told me yesterday she had to quit her job. She had to quit her job because she was making mistakes. She had to walk away. You will not be able to take care of your kids. You will not be able to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. You will not. You will not. And one thing I believe is that if there is a situation and you feel as a man or as a woman that I am no longer interested in this person, tell them. Tell them, let them know. Tell them, let them know. Let them know that I'm no longer in love with you. I'm done. I'm no longer interested. I'm done with you. You see, the moment you say that, that is actually going to be a relief. They will not be saying, is it my fault? What have I not been doing? Or what am I doing? What should I do? Am I not good enough? Am I not beautiful enough? Am I bad? Am I a bad person? Or what exactly is the problem with me? And then they start looking at the mirror and they start seeing ugly person. And you're messing with their mind. Okay? And then some of the men or women, they become verbally abusive. You want to walk away, don't destroy the self-esteem of a person. Nobody's tying you down. Nobody's holding you down. Even the Bible is not holding you down. Nobody is holding you down. You want to go, you just say it, I want to go. Instead of you now verbally destroying somebody. Some people will call their wife ugly, you elephant, you stupid idiot, you stinky stuff, and all kinds of stuff. And that woman will continue to take that stuff, will take it, will take those stuff, and then she will start looking ugly. She'll start feeling ugly. She'll start feeling like an elephant, and she won't feel good anymore. Instead of you destroying that self-esteem, instead of you destroying that person, all right, verbally, it's better for you to just sit down and just say to that person, I think I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And it's not like I found another person. It's just that I just want to be by myself and stuff. I just sit them down and talk to them. And when you talk to them, it's possible for them to make a little bit of noise. It's possible for them to cry and say, what do you want me to do now? Or whatever. Okay? But eventually they're going to get over it. They're going to get over it pretty quick than for you to just destroy them. By the time you're gone, they start treating themselves of mental issues and stuff. They start taking medication for depression. They start taking medication to sleep. They start taking medication for headache and all kinds of stuff. Instead of you creating that, okay, it's better for you to just walk away with dignity, so that the two of you will be able to team up and take care of your children. It's possible for marriage not to work. It's not a do or die. Marriage is not a do or die. It's possible for you not to work. It's possible for you to marry the wrong person. It's possible for you to fall out of love. When you fall out of love and marriage is not working, you don't hold on to it. You don't say, "Oh, we gotta die together." Wàá pa mí lónìí ni, o ò lọ ibì kankan, ibo ló fẹ́ lọ, ọmọ mẹ́rin, wàá pa mí o, mo máa kú ni o, mo máa ṣègbé ni o, mo máa ṣe. No, 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 no. No, don't do that. And I preached a message very long time ago. Stay down. Learn to stay down. All right. You don't want anybody to kill you. By you holding on to a man and say you're not going anywhere, not going anywhere, that person will get angry and the person may punch you. And that punch alone is possible for you to destroy something in your body or even kill you. You don't want that. Okay. You cannot force a man or a woman that is no longer in love with you. You can't force them to love you. You can't force a man that is already gone to stay with you. All right. When they say they're gone, they're going, just let them go. Just let them go. You have tried everything possible. You have prayed, you've gone for counseling, you've done all manners of things, and at the end of the day, you have fulfilled all righteousness. If they want to go, just let them go. And it's possible for them to walk away and then come back. When they go, it's possible for them to learn something when they're gone. And that's why we always say as a Christian that we should activate separation. During the time of separation, you guys will miss each other, and then you know what you are doing that is not right, and all kinds of stuff like that. And it's possible for us to actually bring you guys back together, reunite, and then continue your relationship from there. But if that person is kind of like, okay, I gotta go, I gotta go. It's not always that somebody is having a girlfriend or having a boyfriend. That's why they want to leave. Some people want to leave because they are not feeling it. Some people want to leave because they're going crazy and they want to go and take care of themselves. Some people want to leave just because they don't want to die. So they walk away not because of a girl or not because of a man. But we people always think it's always because of a woman. It's always because of a woman. There's a woman there. There's a woman that is pushing him. There's a man that is pushing her. There's a man that is pushing. No, no, no. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. People just want to walk away to take care of themselves. Also take care of themselves and just be fine. And that's why they want to leave. So if that person wants to leave, just say goodbye. Say, Have a beautiful life." Just let them go and let them go. Some of you will be asking, "Oh, is it biblical to let them go?" Yes, it is. Yes, it's biblical. It is. All right, biblical for you to tell them to go. And is it biblical for a Christian to get divorced? Oh yeah, it is biblical. The moment there is infidelity from the part of the unbeliever that you get married to, because somebody is going to church doesn't make them a Christian. Because they are churchgoers doesn't mean that they are Christians. No, doesn't mean that. Um, People go to church because it's tradition in Africa. It's more of a cultural thing that, oh, everybody must go to church. Then let's go. Then we go. So we go. So it's not because we have a conviction, or probably we have been regenerated, or maybe we have had an encounter with God. It's just because everybody go to church. I go to church. Let's just go, and then they go, and that's it. So it's not everybody you see in church that is born again. It's not everybody you see in church that is a Christian. So if the unbeliever is willing to go, the Bible says, "Let him go. You are not bound." And if there is infidelity from the part of that person who is an unbeliever, the Bible says if you are not willing to forgive, uh, that's a grant for divorce, and you can go ahead and remarry right after that. You can go ahead and remarry right after that. Okay. So if you talk with me, I will tell you how to go about it. But we must fulfill righteousness before we walk away from marriage. Don't let nobody tie you down there. Pastors will say we are praying. And they will pray, pray, pray. But when it comes to their own daughter that is being beat up, then they don't pray, they act. They act. then they start fighting the person. But when it comes to you, the church member, then they say they are praying. Please tell them that, sorry, I can pray for myself and I've been praying. And this is the time for me now to do what I need to do just to remain alive. You are useless to God in your grave. I'll say that again. You are useless to God in your grave. Why? Because the Bible says, let everything that has breath praise God. You cannot praise God without your breath. You need to stay alive. You need to have that breath to be able to praise God. You're useless to God in your grave. All right. You don't want to die. You want to be alive. You want to do everything possible to make you alive. All right. And then when you walk out of a relationship, people will say things. You are in the relationship, they are saying things. We are saying things already. We are saying that, oh, she's just managing it. Oh. He's just managing it. Oh. He's not happy. Oh. She's not happy. Oh. We are saying it. When you walk away too, we will say something. Ah, oh, to divorce your oh. He has walked away. Oh, Lushini, oh, we ready. Oh. He's making a big mistake. Oh, this we will. We will say it. It doesn't matter your position, what you're doing, what you're not doing. We will talk. It's better for you to not listen to us and just listen to yourself. Do what is the best for you. Don't live your life based on the standard of anybody. Okay? Do what makes you happy, what makes you have peace. I know a lot of people that have walked out of their relationship and they're doing well. And they're doing well today, and they will tell you, Pastor Shola, I think this is the best life for me right now. The best life for me right now. All right? So if you are not in their shoes, don't judge them. Somebody said something this morning, say, I almost died in an abusive relationship. All right? They kept out there. They kept out there. All right? So, you see, divorce is not the end of life. It's just the beginning of it. It's not the end of life. Even though we pray for it not to happen, even though we do everything possible for it not to happen. You see, our major job is to keep people alive. The major responsibility of the church is to keep people alive, not to die. Not to die. Not to die. Very, very important. And that's our job, just to keep people alive. And to keep people alive, you will not tell them or encourage them to be in an abusive relationship. You won't tell them to be in an abusive marriage. You won't. You will let them understand that this is not the mind of God. If your husband is not understanding, if your husband is not connected, if your husband is not willing to change, then let's leave. And let's just leave. And then make sure you keep them alive. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for showing up on my show. We're going to continue the discussion later. By the grace of God, I have some counseling sessions to do. I think I'm late already. I'm 1 hour late. I have to go ahead and just do it. I'll do it. And like I said, I have been certified to be an advocate, a consultant for suffering women in Africa and all over the world. And you're going to begin to see different things that I'll be doing from now. All right. Different thing I need to do from now. And you are going to begin to see the effect of it in the society. I'm going to be going to different places, especially Nigeria, to teach about these things. We have to liberate women, suffering women. Men must to understand that your wife is your partner and they do not deserve to be treated like a doormat. We're going to be going in to do that by the grace of God. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and you will definitely see me again. Those ones that would love to sign up for counseling sessions with me, you can reach me through my inbox or probably send me a WhatsApp message to my number. I will respond to it. And guys, I don't do counseling for free. Me, I'm not a pastor that will do counseling for free. I don't pray for people. If you come to me and say, Pastor Jola, please pray for me, I will first of all ask you the story of your life. And if you are doing yama yama, I will just slap some rema into your head and stuff, and you will see your life will be better. I don't pray for people. I encourage you to pray for yourself. Go and pray for yourself. It's the same thing. In the name of Jesus, I pray for myself. Father, Lord, do something new. In Jesus' name, I pray. That's the same thing. There is nobody that will pray for you better than yourself. Pray for yourself. But when you seek counsel, when you seek for knowledge, then you come to me. And when you now come to me, I will definitely be able to do that for you. All right. And if you have prayed already by yourself and you want me to join you in prayer, then we can do that together. I love to join people in prayer. All right. But don't come and say, please pray for me. I love to join people in prayer. So you've been praying about something. Let us join you in prayer. So we all join you in prayer and we pray for you. But you must, first of all, be doing the right thing. We must see what you're doing. We must know what you know. All right. And don't come to me and say, Fire, give me a word. Give me a word. I won't give you no word. Every word that you're looking for is in the Bible. All you need to do is to read it. Read it. Stop all this. Give me a word. Give me a word. What word do you want me to give you that is not in the Bible? Every word that you're looking for is inside of the Bible. So read it, study it. You will get a word. You will even get daily word from God. When you read the Bible is full of words, and the words are the words of God. So when you read them, when you read it, you will get the word for the day. God bless you. Have a beautiful, uh, beautiful afternoon, and goodbye.